Hi guys, before I get on with this vlog, I'd like to dedicate this session to my mum, who heartbrokenly passed away a couple of weeks ago. She's left us to join my dad and my sister Patsy, so I do take some comfort from knowing she's in a better place. When my dad passed, I moved back home to be with my mum, so I was truly blessed to be able to see her every day, to be honest, and for that I'm really grateful. My mum was this amazing 5 foot nothing Irish woman that let nothing stand in her way. She could do everything, from making my sister's wedding dress to laying patio tiles. My mum could do it all. And everyone my mum met, they fell in love with her. Such a lovely woman she was. Since I started fishing, my mum would always say to me, "I love you have a hobby, son. I love seeing those massive fish on my phone," which, you know, was really nice. And she always said, you know, always asked how I got on, if I had a good time, did I catch anything. She was always interested, and that was our mum really. So mum, you've left an unfillable hole in our hearts and lives. The only comfort I get is to know you're happy where you are now, that you're back with Dad, Patsy, Caroline, Auntie Mary and Uncle Paddy, just to name a few. Mum, I hope you join me every time I'm on the bank fishing, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being the absolute best mum ever. Love you, Mum. So, Twynersh Fishery, PIT2, 48 hours with me and Connor. Hopefully we'll be able to get a fish out, but like I said, we have also been told at the weekends it's extremely full. With all the lines in the water, it pretty much does lock up and it's hard to get a fish out. But fingers crossed, me and Connor would do it, get a fish out for you guys. Highs and lows, you'll see them all on camera, guys. Hope you enjoy it. If you like this sort of thing, please hit that subscribe button for me. Give my video the thumbs up if you like it, and hit that bell notification if you want to be alerted of future posts. Obviously normally I'm covering Mousehole Diaries, which is Mousehole Lakes in Paddockwood, Kent, but this week, like I said, Twynersh Fishery, NGT Complex in Chertsey. Lovely looking complex, to be fair. I'll show you some drone footage, but looks quite nice. But the light's going and all, so I need to get myself set up before it gets dark, which is earlier now, and I will give you an update later, guys. Nearly forgot. Roll the intro. Alright guys, so at Twynersh Fishery, just going to give you a little walk around their NGT shop. I've got to be honest, really well supplied with stock. I've actually got a few of their bits as well. These tables at the front I absolutely loved. I've got a giant one, but that's the table that I'm using. It's really good. Let me show you around the shop, guys. All the NGT gear you could want. Lovely fridge, freezer, supplies, not to mention all the NGT tackle stuff. Not bad, guys, is it? Pretty good. So if there's anything you need, lastminute.com, you can just get to the shop on the way here. Got the lights, snods, gloves, important, especially coming into winter. They've got the gas, stoves, kettles. Pretty much looks like they've got the full NGT kit here, guys. Scoops and all the rest. Grinder. Good choice of bait. Loads of bait. I did see the other day as well, guys, they've got a special offer on it at the minute. They're doing a 5 kilo bag of the chorus boilies for 20 quid, which isn't bad. They've also got maggots and all here, guys, so if you need any on site, they've got. Again, all the end tackle as well. If you need leads, they've got that. Got a nice little coffee machine. Always make sure you've got your proper spray, guys. They've got loads here at the counter. What a lovely shop. Really nice. Really well done. Alright guys, so night 1 at Twynersh PIT2, now been joined by Connor. It's about 7 PM in the evening, just getting the rods out for the night. So it's a 2 rod rule here, so we're both only using 2 rods. And all advice was to go to the margins, but it's just weedy as hell here, so really hard to get into the margin. So we've kind of found spots that are not very far out, to be fair. Mine for this evening are like 3.7 wraps out, and I've gone both the rods at the same, which is just beyond the weed, which for me is good. So happy with days with that. So let's show you where they are. So the right hand rod, I'm going to try and zoom in and see if you can see the marker. I've got a feeling the light might not be quite good enough. Okay, so if you see this marker here and then come way back, that's where right hand rod, and that's on Bait Solutions Total Nuts solid PVA bag with 3 small spods of mix. Moving over to my left hand rod, and where you can see this swim over the other side, I've gone in line with the far left corner of that swim, but again I'm only about 3.7 wraps out, so about here. That's on Baitworks Atlantic Heat, and I've just put 2 spods of some sort of glugged and powdered up baits with it, and that's actually got a double wafter on. So fingers crossed for tonight, guys. I know Connor's just about getting his rods out. Look, he's over there trying to get it all sorted, so he's going to get his rods out before the light drops down. So guys, if we get anything during the night, obviously we'll let you know and we'll give you an update. But happy days, we're both about to be fishing, so looking good. Morning guys, so 6:30 Saturday morning, and neither of us had a fish. Connor had a liner about 1 o'clock, which kind of got us both up. I haven't been able to get back to sleep since then, so I'm absolutely knackered if I'm honest. I had a couple of liners through the night as well, which kind of obviously got me to get my head up. Well, actually a couple of times I jumped up, hoping it was going to happen, and it didn't. I do think maybe I've gone out just past the weed. We did hear one sort of bash literally in the weed right in front of me really. So I've either got to get it in the weed or just try and bring them a little bit closer. Both of the ones, it was my left hand rod that went on both occasions during the night with the liners, so I'm probably a little bit too far just past the weed. So I think I'm going to try and just bring it in a little bit closer today, see if I can get on them a little bit tighter. That'd be the plan, but as always up to 10 o'clock I'm not going to move the rods at all. They are where they are. At 10 o'clock then I'll reel them in and see what's happening. So that's the update for this morning, guys. Actually, before I go, let me just show you what it's looking like out there, because it's quite nice. Sun's already up, mist all over the water. Obviously it's a bit chilly this morning. Look out there. There has been loads of noises over Connor's side all through the night. Hi guys, so Saturday afternoon, 12 o'clock, brought the rods in this morning about 10:30, didn't have anything, but like I said, through the night I had quite a few liners on the left hand rod, so I wanted to bring it in a little bit closer. I was pretty close anyway, to be fair, so just brought it in a little bit closer on both rods. I've changed one to a white Scent from Hell pop-up with a few Nash white boilies on there, and the other I've gone for a Bait Solutions Total Nuts in a solid PVA bag with some freebies over the top of that. So I'm not very far out, 3.1 wraps, both the rods are out. Let's give you a little show of what it's looking like. Let's straighten it up a little bit, I think. So there you go, both the rods are out, not very far at all, and fingers crossed, if me or Connor get a bite, we'll let you know. Connor's just put a spot out, a zig out, so he's next to me, just to the right. He's just put a zig out with some maggots on, so fingers crossed, see how that goes. He's fishing towards the middle on one of his rods, so we'll have to see if a zig works. I might be moving over. Alright guys, so Saturday night, 6 PM, I thought I'd show you where the rods are going to be for our second night and last night. So obviously rods in front of us, as you can see, it is really weedy in close, and in fact there's patches further out that are really weedy as well. It's probably not going to pick them up on this, but essentially I'm only out 3 rod lengths in front of the rods, lined up with the right hand rod here and the left hand rod here. Not putting any bait out tonight, and I've changed colour to pink, just on an advice on one of the bailiffs that came round earlier. So that's where we are for tonight, 6 PM Saturday. A pink wafter in a solid PVA bag and a pink pop-up on a Ronnie rig. Morning guys, so 7 o'clock Sunday morning and we've had nothing. Well, not exactly true. So last night about 1 o'clock Connor's alarm went off. Typically Connor doesn't wake up, so I go strike into his alarm, shout him up, get him up. He gets it in. It's a big old bream. Couldn't think then. It's a big old bream. So he puts that back. After that I always have trouble getting back to sleep once you've been up for a fish. So about 3 o'clock I decided, you know what, I think I'm going to do a little bit of spotting. So I put the remainder of my Total Nuts mix out over where both the rods are, and after that I'm kind of up for a bit in anticipation, hoping that I'm going to get something, but nothing. So 7 AM Sunday, no fish so far. Now it is kind of an active time this point, between now and sort of, well, a little bit earlier than this, between about 6 and 9. So the rods are staying in where they are at least until 9 o'clock, but I'm kind of thinking if I haven't had anything by 9 o'clock, I think I'm going to start pack down. Once I'm packed down, I think I'm going to try and find another swim. There's a swim all the way over the other side, which is fish all night, no one's in it, but the guys next to it are fishing into it, so I probably won't go there. I'll probably go down to one of the other swims, 2 single swims that are to our left, just to try something else for a couple of hours, to try and nick a bite on the session that I'm dedicating to my mum. I'd like to try and get a fish. So if nothing's gone by 9 o'clock, I'm probably going to look to move. That's the update for now guys. Hopefully we'll be back with you later with hopefully a fish. Alright guys, so my time at Twynersh Fishery Pit 2 has come to an end. Unfortunately no fish, which is really gutting. One, because obviously I love catching fish, but two, because obviously I dedicated this session to my mum. So I think I'm going to dedicate next week's session when I'm back at Mousehole Lakes to my mum also. But even though I didn't catch any fish this session, that first weekend when my mum passed I couldn't stay in the house, so I did actually go to Mousehole Lakes. I fished kestrel and I didn't film it, obviously I'm not going to do a vlog at that time, but I did catch. So night one I caught a 20-pound mirror, that's it here, and night two I caught a 19-pound common, that's also here. So those two fish from my last session, I haven't been out since. But next week I will be back at Mousehole Lakes doing the Mousehole Diaries. So stay watching guys, stay safe, stay fishing, God bless you all.